Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So we're up and running.
Well, Alessandro Nesta turns defence into an art form. If you like your defenders slick and quick, this is the man.
Yeah, am I right in saying he started out as a fullback?
Yeah, I think he may have begun his career as a fullback, but he became a central colossus.
Mateus's delivery.
Del Piero.
And it's Nedved.
Nedved.
Quality ball. Passing nice and neat. Linton. Passing is crisp and sharp. Dixon. Here's Nedved. Nedved going face-to-face with his great rival. Van Dijk did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And he's there to retrieve it. Now it's Del Piero. Neither side especially adventurous early on. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Great vision. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And here's Romario.
Romario really was well marshalled there, because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
That is good alertness. Romario looks to get on the end of this. Linton, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he cuts out the supply.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
And he's made sure that's not getting through. Linton. Dani Olmo. Now it's Del Piero. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Can he get on the end of this? Gilberto Silva. And here's Romario. Van Dijk defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Nedved. Chance! Goal! Japan! And Japan are in front. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Linton, good purposeful running this. Looking to play him, and the shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. That's a half-decent try.
Mbappe certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Dani Olmo plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And this is Del Piero, pinches it off him. Challenged just a bit on the firm side.
Kaka.
Kane, Mbappe, knocks it into space.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Del Piero.
Japan finding their passes. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Japan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And it's Nedved. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Dani Olmo. Gilberto Silva. Picked out brilliantly. He's on it. Can he get away? Good read, needed to be. And the shot! It's in! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. It was a great finish. He put it... And that's it. And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. And already we're underway here. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's 4-3-3.
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check, it'll be 4...
Real chance! What a wonderful goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Just good. It's full on! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. Shot, surely! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Corner number 2 then. And he's heaved it away. Another throw-in. Dixon. Forlan. And he shoots! Zola. And they can counter here. Spread out to the left. Zola providing an outlet on that flank. He's having a shot! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
Zanetti. Dani Olmo. And it's from Mario. Zanetti gets a foot in here. Dani Olmo unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Howson cuts it out. Rijkaard. Kukçu is always scanning the pitch for targets. Kukçu. And here's Forlan. Romario. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Gilberto Silva. And here's Forlan. And here's Romario. Not the most accurate pass.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by. And the shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Pele is offering a wry smile there.
Zola with the short one. It's a good-looking delivery. And now they can spring out of defence. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Zanetti. And it's Kukçu. Dani Olmo can so cleverly bypass the press. Jordan Henderson. Here's Makaleli. Jordan Henderson. Zola looking understandably energised after his goal. Neymar. Goes for a shot! Neymar! One of a type! He's brilliant! About as smooth as it gets. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now.
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Pele going face-to-face with his great rival, and it's Messi. That's a lovely, neat pass. Gilberto Silva, Dani Olmo. Now it's Romario. Kukçu. Engages and forces him off the ball.
Messi really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now it's Forlan. Van Bronckhorst. Rafael Varane is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Neymar. Jordan Henderson. Thuram.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And it's Messi. Japan finding their passes. Neymar. And here's the chance to counter. Good ball, good take. Solar. Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are pulling clear here. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences up.
And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Against Japan.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle.
Peter, if you're looking for a defensive blueprint, then look no further than Alessandro Nesta.
There's nothing he hasn't got, is there?
As complete a stopper as I can remember, he just loves to defend and he's always willing to put his body on the line.
Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Perez. And here's Rodrigo. Del Piero. Del Piero looking to penetrate opposition lines. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And here's Romario. Perez. Now, can they get him away? Oh, that was vital. And it's Perez. And that's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. Not too many have the power or indeed the accuracy from this range. Would he dare to have a go? Dixon. And it's Perez. And Del Piero. Japan are enjoying more and more possession, but very few chances up to now. Howson. And it's Marquinhos. Well played for Del Piero. Rodrigo. Little pass back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Nesta. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Pelé. And this is Ronaldo. And this is Hullet. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Climbs up big! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Manchester United with the corner. They're first. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Pelé has a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Manchester United have their second corner now. And he can clear it away. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
So, third corner of the game. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. Japan are looking to go forward now. Japan yet to have an attempt on goal. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter, and this is Hullet.
Manchester United really are making good use of that right-hand side. The light is very much the colour green. Hullet clearly looking the key component now with the concentration on width. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
Nesta kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Looking for options for movement. He's a sharp little ball here. Half an hour played now. Nedved can see things others simply cannot. That is good alertness. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And it's Nedved. Oh, this is Romario. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Hullet cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. And here's Romario. Perez. Romario. Oh, well played, well played. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Del Piero. Rodrigo. Rodrigo. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
Romario really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Nedved! a sharp pass.
There will be one
It's a
minute
cute
added
ball.
time.
Dink through, and this is Hullet, and it's Hullet. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. And the whistle goes for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any strong opinions on the first half?
I think they can be very happy with the flow of the game so far. They're moving the ball around very nicely. They're creating opportunities too. They must need to find a way to add that touch of quality in front of goal, that extra clinical edge.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Both sides defensively robust up to now. No, that's been intercepted. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Rijkaard. Tries to play it through. Bergomi.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Denied by an instinctive save.
Cristiano Ronaldo clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Probing pass. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Dixon. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Rodrigo. Manchester United appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And it's Del Piero. Perez. Perez will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now it's Romario. That's good play. Just about up to the hour now. And he's had it nicked away. And the counter is on. And that's put paid to a promising move. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, that's a key interception. Messi. Now it's Hullet. Cristiano Ronaldo. Messi in acres of space out wide. Header! Sticks it away! The breakthrough arrives at last! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Manchester United are in front now, the game's only goal.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Looking to play him in.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
And here's Romario. Now that looks a decent ball.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Oh, that's clever. De Gea gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Nedved receives it in a wide position.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Substitution in progress.
That's a good run down the left. Now then, the ball's come loose. And this is Ronaldo. And a chance! He's beaten. It's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Number 10.
Manchester United are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Now it's Hullet. That's a lovely, neat pass. And this is Romario. Can he get it through? That is a brilliant interception.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
And that's it. And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my... So bring it on. Height, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And that gets things running. Well, we all know who created the concept of total football, but is it fair to say, Jim, that no one embodied it better on the pitch than this man, Ruud Gullit?
That is true, definitely. He has the pace, the power, the technique to play anywhere across the front line, but he also has the intelligence, the vision to play in a more withdrawn playmaking role, or even in defence. He could fill in and cover for any position as required, and he had the intelligence to be able to put it all together.
He really does have it all. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Mbappe! Oh, this looks sharp. Rijkaard spots it and intercepts. He's got plenty of space out. What good chance here! Against the crossbar! Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
That pass isn't the best. Referee has just said play on. Now it's Rodrigo. Maldini gets over and intercepts. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rodrigo. Del Piero. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him. And again, they're pressing effectively.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Japan, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. And he cuts out the supply. And this is Eto'o. And this is Son Heung-min. He's won a big chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. Chooses to go back. Can he finish? And he comes up trumps again.
Great stop from the keeper. That was something else. He's definitely coming out on top at the moment.
Corner number 2 then. And he's there to get it away. That's a throw. Mbappe. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And this is Eto'o. And this is Son Heung-min. Marquinhos wins the duel this time.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Son Heung-min. And that is a little undercooked. Marquinhos. Nedved conjures time and space where few can. Son Heung-min. 15 minutes till half-time. Nedved. Rodrigo. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And it's Nedved. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Dixon. And it's Messi. Knocks it into space. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. So, third corner of the game. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Now, can they get him away? Tross in. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. It's gone out for a throw-in. De Jong, looking here to chip it through. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Messi. And Dixon. Rijkaard. And it's Marquinhos. And here's Eto'o. Goes for a shot! Goal!
And for such a big name in your side to register very close to the break, not only creates a real buzz in your dressing room during the break, but dispirits the opposition too, and sets up a decent chance to go on and finish this game to their liking now.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
There's the whistle for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
And we'd like to inform you now that the latest travel information is currently being displayed on the screen. Substitution for Japan, number 23, Mbappe.
And the action is back on the way.
10,
Japan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Coming on the field.
Real chance! And yes, it's there! Japan are level! A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Japan grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Azar. And it's Azar. Now it's Romario. Japan finding their passes. And that's a good ball. Japan come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Bellingham, who's on a run down the left wing. Pirlo, it's a searching pass. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Tries a measured ball. Takes a shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while. Mission 1 has been accomplished, so why not continue with the same approach?
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he?
Corner number 4 coming up here. That has been knocked clear. Maldini. Japan, perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. That has been cut short. Aimed beyond the defence. Messi. Now it's Son Heung-min. Hullet. Has crossed into the middle. Oh, well played, well played. Azar. Azar. Now it's Romario. And this is Forlan. Hazard. That is ended up in no man's land. Long ball looking to counter. Bellingham. And it's Son Heung-min. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Rijkaard. Pressing high and with purpose. Zanetti. Howson. Now Gilberto Silva. Messi. Nedved. Hazard. Just about up to 75 minutes. And this is Forlan. He's got away. And it's hoisted clear. And it's Nedved. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He won't be happy with that one. Shot a goal! And somehow he managed to miss it.
Hazard has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
Substitution for Japan, number 18.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Coming on the field is number 11, Perez. Substitution in progress.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Zanetti. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Zanetti. And here's Romario. Azar! Oh, it's hit the post! That's going to go a long way.
Japan clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
He's in a great position here. Good read, needed to be. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Japan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be...
Decent chance! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught napping.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And he was quick to react. Gilberto Silva. And it's Nedved. Perez.
There will be
1 minute to add, according to the board. Ambitious ball here. And this is Azar. Deflected behind for a corner kick.
This is a Hollywood or bust corner. The final whistle is up next.
And the shot! They've got to be quick to recover this. And that is that. A draw and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts. Highly entertaining until the very... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Zanetti, undoubtedly the centre of attention today. Another huge landmark reached. It is his 500th game for the team.
Well, he's a special professional who's done a sterling job to keep himself at the top of his game for oh so long. His durability and his mental strength have been a constant, and I wish him all the luck today.
Now it's Romario. Messi. Schmeichel breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Hernes. And it's Azar. Azar goes pulsing down that left-hand side, and he's picked it up out wide. Zanetti makes the interception. Yaya Toure. Venezia looking to pass their way through. He's got away.
Such good technique.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Yaya Toure. Now it's Azar. Now well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Mendes kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And this is Puskás. Hangs in a cross, and he was alert to it.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
That's a nicely shaped ball. Nuno Mendes is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. Hazard chasing after it. Japan disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Vitinha unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. It's a pretty loose pass. That's very neat. Vitinha. Yaya Toure. Well, now it's a race for the ball. He's got away with one there. Dixon. Perez. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Yaya Toure. Puskás. Oh, such a clever touch. Now it's Puskás, and it's Yaya Toure. He's in space and looking for options. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Venezia with the corner, there first. Hazard with the short one. Danger averted for now. Japan are looking to go forward now. Rummenigge. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
And he shoots!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Triol. And it's Romario. Oh, some tackle that. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Triol. Vitinha. He has a look up. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Corner number 2 then. And he gets rid in a hurry. Over to the left. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Corner number 3 coming up. That is a brilliant interception. Japan have the chance to go the other way. Nedved. Vitinha. Now it's Puskás. Great vision. Dixon. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. We're already back up and running after half-time.
Japan really can count themselves lucky not to be behind at half-time. Couldn't really work out what they were trying to do, actually. Letting themselves get dominated like that, it's very confusing.
Horace! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
So their 4th corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. Japan do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
It's played through for him. He's having a shot! And it's a goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
Japan are in front now, the game's only goal.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent, it's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Can he finish? Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Messi, and he was quick to react. Yaya Toure. Venezia are looking to break at pace. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Played back in. And he's quick to snatch it back. Takes a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Substitution for Japan.
They're up to 5 corners now.
Messi. Number 13, Hazard. Coming on the
And
field.
the keeper beats it away.
Number 23, Mbappe. Number 10,
And it's Mendes.
Del Piero.
Cross goes in there.
Substitutions taking place.
That has been knocked clear. Vitinha is always scanning the pitch for targets. Up he goes! Oh, should really have made more of that.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
Not the most accurate pass. Oh, super ball!
Venezia really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Japan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Yaya Toure is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Just about up to 75 minutes. Japan are leading here through the only goal of the game, scored early in the second half. And the score is 1-0. Del Piero looking to run onto it.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Thinks about the shot. Well, they could break here. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's a nicely shaped ball. And the shot! It's a goal! There seemed no way back, but they are level. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
And he's straight offside. And he's been shifted off it. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
The final 5 minutes. Now it's Romario. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Nedved. Perez. And that has been cleared. It's a lovely, neat pass. The final seconds now. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Del Piero. There's the shot! Oh, yes, it's there! And that has raised the roof! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut.
Tries a shot! He's scored! And surely that clinches it. There really is no... So that's it. It is all over. Japan can probably lay claim to the title of having been the better side here. Certainly more results-driven as they went about their business in an efficient manner.
I'd like to
better... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle. Well, we all know of Johan Cruyff as the father of total football, but what can we expect from him on the pitch, Jim?
He'll be the conductor, Peter, making sure that his team create space and make good use of it. I expect him to be running the show and adding a touch of class to proceedings.
Winning with style, and that's what he has always been about.
Always.
And no, that was never going to make it. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. There's the shot! Goal! Japan! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Looking for options for movement. Can he finish? Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Has another go! Cleared away.
Well, it's been a very attacking start here. It's looking good for them if they can maintain what we've seen.
Del Piero! They've got to be quick to recover this. Knocks it into space. And here's Messi. Now it's Cruyff. And this is Del Piero. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And that is as far as they're going to go. Now it's Messi. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Del Piero receives it in a wide position. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Well read, and the danger is averted. Vieira gets rid without sophistication. Well, that pass isn't the best. Nedved. Now it's Mbappe. That is good alertness. Threads one in. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Shapes to shoot! Oh, he's been caught on it this time, surely! Oh, how's that for a goal? About as smooth as it gets. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
The angle was unkind, but he has hit the spot.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And he goes cross-field, pass somewhat off target. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. He's a sharp little ball here. Rijkaard did well to stay calm there. Perez. Nedved plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. He's given the time to pick a pass. Rijkaard spots it and intercepts. Zanetti. Pressing high and with purpose. Del Piero. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Del Piero. Stood up well to him there. It's a promising run he's making on the right. Aimed beyond the defence. Played into the box. And it's hoisted clear. Dixon. Nedved, who's set up one goal so far. Marquinhos. Tries to play it through. Cafu. Messi. Zanetti wins the duel this time. And it's been given away.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Rijkaard goes direct. Dixon gets it away. And we hit half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break.
Where memorabilia from today's match are now available.
So once again, we're underway. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Del Piero is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Marquinhos. And it's Nedved. Nedved will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, that was vital. Deftly away. And Marquinhos. And it's Nedved. Now it's Mbappe. And this is Nedved. Referee has just said play on. Now it's Messi.
This is the time you need that pace.
Nedved. He's on it. Can he get away? Ah, that's a fine interception. Oh, he's been caught napping. Cafu is always looking to play quality balls. Great vision. Now the ball in. It's a pretty loose pass. And Hullet! It is a fantastic goal! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, it's always that bit tougher for a keeper when the underside of the crossbar is in play.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
And this is Perez. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. No, that's been intercepted. Zanetti. Ball is over the line.
Substitution for Japan, number 10, Del Piero, number 11,
Rodrigo.
Perez.
Japan perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
Coming on the field, number 13, Hazard. Number
Picks up,
18,
takes a shot!
Messi. Number 8.
That was probably asking just too much.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
Japan with the corner, they're first. Dealt with nicely by the defence.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to go.
Romario! It's a goal! What remarkable powers of recovery!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character, wonderful.
A mere formality, nigh on a certainty, he is truly in the zone.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
This is quite a battle.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Oh, that is a nice touch. Rodrigo, and he's in on goal.
Japan really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
He's got away. Lovely, now chance for a shot! It's in! And they're back in front! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead now, or try and finish it off?
And here's Rodrigo. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Romario. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. Japan really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
And it's Azar. And he's picked it up out wide. Messi. Well, that looks a decent ball. And Romario! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Four added minutes has been indicated.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. Nedved. Driving forward. He's in a great position here. Oh, what has happened here?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Zanetti. That's a good run down the left.
Oh, really well played.
And this is Azar. And that will be the final act. Japan played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from...